What is up, guys, and welcome to the heroic Norushen raid guide. As always, if you want to see the normal mode abilities or anything that has to do with the normal mode, where I go over anything that normal mode entails, go ahead and check out that video. It's in the Siege of Orgrimmar playlist on my channel, and you can see how we handled all the normal mode abilities. This fight on heroic is almost the same. This is actually post the revamping of this fight. What Blizzard did was they admitted that they screwed up and made this fight a Zerg fight. That was pretty much a gear check for you. So they have now fixed it, so you can now get this guy down. It is still a very tight berserk timer, so keep that in mind, as you do need to be doing optimal DPS. And there's two different strategies that you can really do to kill this boss, okay? I've seen a lot of guilds who just send 2 to 3 people down at a time. I've seen guilds who don't send any healers down and just DPS, and I've seen, like our guild did, was where we put down 4 DPS for the first 2 rounds, and then 3 for a couple rounds after that before popping Lust and trying to beat the berserk timer. The trick with this is the people who go down below, the DPS who go down below, really need to kind of be very good at this. So how we handled this was we had 4 people go down in the first 2 rounds and then 3 every round after. So once that first group was up, the ads were killed, then we'd send down the next 4. You want to get through this as quick as possible, because obviously the more people who you have without, who are doing 100% more damage to the boss, the quicker you're going to kill this. So the only real trick that we ran into outside of the normal mode mechanics, obviously this fight's very healing intensive, but the trick that we ran into was people would kill the big ad first down below, and we'd have like 3 or 4 big ads up at the same time up top, which is a ton of damage, and it also makes tanking and picking up those blue orbs very difficult. So what you do, at least what worked for us, was what we did was we would have, the order that your name was called out would be when you would kill your ad. So if you were first in the list, like let's say DPS 1, DPS 2, DPS 3, go down. So DPS 1's job would be to kill his big ad first. DPS 2's job would be to kill a little ad and then kill his big ad. And then DPS 3's job would be kill 2 little ads, then kill your big ad, and then go on and clear out. So the reason we did this is this staggers when the big ads come up, which allows it to be a little bit easier on the tank to pick up, which allows them to pick up their debuff a little bit easier while they're doing their tank swap thing. And it also allows you to kind of spread out the raid damage a little bit, as these guys do hit like trucks when they explode. So you do need to be aware of that. Also, during this fight, you'll notice that the essences that come up do need to be killed, okay? They need to be interrupted and killed. They do hurt, however, especially if you're bringing fewer healers to try to beat the berserk timer. Keep in mind that if you can interrupt these from range, so like mages especially can do this very well with their counterspell ability, and it actually will work pretty much through them. So you're pretty much making sure that you're killing the ads, then back to the boss. It's always ads, then boss. Even if you're at 0 corruption, it's ads, then boss. There is not a time where it's not. Obviously, remember that when you get to 50%, he then spawns a big ad every 10%. So you do need to make sure you're switching to that, and keeping in mind that when you're down below, what percentage is he at before you go down, so you can kind of try to stagger those big ads. It does get a little bit hairy in going into that transition phase when you have the ads coming every 10% plus people going down. So healers do need to be aware of that. Also, you need to be aware of your own health, as typically a lot of guild groups that I've seen are using fewer healers. So what you need to do is, again, when the big ads are out, if you have a personal cooldown up, especially during the first couple minutes, make sure that you're keeping yourself alive. Your health's stoning. You're popping your personals. Obviously, we're not getting hit by beam, but that's a normal mode mechanic. We're killing the ads and the boss, interrupting the essences if we can, having the tanks pick up the big ads, and then obviously you're doing your trial as quickly as you can, and you're killing your big ad in the trial as in the manner that you're supposed to be killing it, so that it's staggered up top, so DPS can constantly be doing high numbers to ads, as well as you're controlling the raid damage a little bit more that way. But go ahead and take a look at how we did the rest of this fight, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. As always, we'll see you in the next one.